Greetings everybody, this is David Avocado Wolfe with Dr. Nick Good. We're here at Noni Land activating superhero powers, and we're about to talk to you about why it is so important to activate your superhero powers today, yesterday, at this very moment. Tomorrow is already too late.
There's
This is the year.
absolutely no other choice, is there, mate?
This is the year. It's kind of obvious at this point.
Yeah. So this is it. You thought it was 2012. Well, maybe it's right now. Your big chance to activate your whole human potential, your superheroic potential, and turn this whole thing around this year. Because there isn't a lot of choice, is there, brother? What's the choices?
Recent catastrophes have indicated that the nuclear power plant program is going to continue on. The quote-unquote leadership of the Western world does not care about you. They don't care about the planet. They really don't care about anything except some kind of demonic spell that they're in. And it's just becoming very obvious after this whole Fukushima disaster, as well as the whole tsunami disaster in Tokyo, that it's really going to come down to the people helping the people. And that's really what government is anyway. I mean, government is for the people, by the people, but now it's something else. So we're going to have to actually take that power back ourselves and reel it in, because the only reason why we have these outward manifestations of Obama and whatever these other false leaders are is because we gave up something away. We said, oh, we don't know, you know.
That's
right.
right.
And we ended up in this situation.
That's right.
So now you know.
So how to take the power back, that's what we're telling you how to do. That's what he's telling you how to do. That's what I'm telling you how to do. That's what we spend our whole lives researching, is how to get the power so we can give it to you. So you can use it to change this thing around in a miraculous way. This year, 2011, we're calling it, through amazing grace. And you're going to have to make some big changes in your lives. The way you think, the way you eat, the way you speak, the way you act, the way you dream, the way you use your creative energy. And you're going to have to wake up. Isn't that right, brother?
That's right. You're going to have to snap out of the spell, get the television off, get YouTube on, see what's really going on out there, and become the master of your own destiny in the sense of, like, you're controlling what media you're exposing yourself to. You got to be very careful, as point one in our conversation, of what media you're exposing yourself to. You get to choose the media. There's no more programming that's being foisted upon you. You can say, no, I don't let anything be foisted upon me. It's out, and I only focus on these things that I want to learn about, that I want to study. And whenever you are studying, whenever you are learning, you have a laser beam focus. It's completely on that subject that you're studying. So that's going to create different thoughts. It's going to create different ideas. It's going to create different feeling states as a result. And one of the great points of meditation is to actually focus in on reading a book. It's a great meditation because it keeps you completely in that particular area of study that you're on.
That's right. So let's talk about these other areas of study as well as studying brilliant literature, and also our Superhero Training 2011 curriculum. That's something I'd say that people should be studying.
I would agree.
Because what we've done this year, we've actually pulled it off. We've condensed a whole superhero training program into a very short space of time. And you can study that curriculum. And during that curriculum, in that curriculum, you're going to learn about your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health, and how to turn it on to the maximum in the minimum amount of time for the highest good of all. And that's very exciting, isn't it?
I like the way you said that. It's a minimum optimum approach. Do the minimum amount to get the maximum output. That's where we're at. That's our job, is to make that as easy as possible for you, so that we're not sloughing around in some kind of a mud pile over here trying to figure out if we should have freeze-dried potato or a Hot Pocket or some kind of a Tombstone pizza. No, we're just deleting the whole program. That's all gone. We're getting right to the point. We're giving you the minimum amount of things you could eat. Boom, just that little bit, something that's going to give you the maximum output of energy, vitality, creativity, inspiration. And that's just one example, and that's just food.
Let's just consider that again, bro. Just say that again. Exactly consider what you just said there. So, small amount of nutrition giving you the maximum positive beneficial effect.
Exactly.
That's big news. And what we've got also is the psychological information, because the way you orient your mind, the way you direct your creative power, what David's talking about there when you're reading, choosing essential literature and reading that and being absorbed in that experience. That's a choice of how you use your power, where you focus your energy. And so we're going to share with you the psychological conditioning protocols of what it means to live in superhero consciousness, which is what we aspire to do here at Noni Land.
Day after day after day. And that psychological conditioning is something that has to be self-motivated. It has to come from within you. So the first step is to develop within you that drive, that inner desire to go for it. The inner desire to get up in the morning and get things rocking. The inner desire to get up and just start digging holes like we did today. And whatever it is that you're doing each day, you've got to be self-motivated and driven to do it. And nobody's going to tell you like, oh, actually it'd be a great idea if you could do this. No, it's got to come from you. You've got to be self-driven, self-motivated, and you've got to be a self-starter, as they say in the success technology world.
And there's a tremendous amount of motivation in the world right now, if you didn't realize it, to get your shit together and get on the program, because the front line of individuals in the world, spiritual warriors, individuals that are aspiring to excellence and maintaining levels of consciousness and demonstrating it through physical health, vibrant physical health, and nurturing the earth and nurturing the earth and nurturing the earth day in and day out for years and years and years. That tribe needs your support. They need you to get real and pull out of the matrix and activate your superhero potential and get on the program with us. Because this is the year we did it. This is the year we did it. Because if we don't did it this year, we're F-U-C-K. So, I mean, Christ, you know what I mean? You might as well tell it how it is.
Yeah. Well, you can see how it's going. It's not that difficult to see where it's going based on the current array of events that's happening around the world, from wars to scams to massive meltdowns of nuclear power plants to everything. So now we're getting to see it all. I mean, people are looking at this and they're saying, well, I guess it is 2011. That's right, it's 2011. This is our year when we take back the planet and have massive successes at every turn.
That's right.
by reinstating leadership.
In miraculous ways, in miraculous ways, in miraculous ways, in miraculous ways. Because that's the way it's got to be. It's got to be miraculous now. It's not going to be through some legal, political solution to this whole menagerie and complex thing. No way. It's got to be miraculous.
It's miraculous, and we are seeing miraculous changes now come out of this disaster in Japan, which has a very negative side, and tens of thousands of people who died, and the tens of thousands of people who have been contaminated by radiation, and all of that horrible side, but also has a very bright side, which is it's bringing people together, and it's just completely removing all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Right? If you lose your house, every possession you have, family members, everything's gone. I mean, what do you have left? You have the connection with other people. And what we're doing actually by speaking to you through the internet in this way is we're actually creating that connection. So you have a group that you're connected to who are in that same state of consciousness that you are aspiring to get into, that superhero state of consciousness, which actually just doesn't even matter. House gets destroyed in a tsunami, no problem. We just keep right on rolling. It's not even blinking of an eye. I mean, would Captain Kirk blink an eye? Right? Think about it. That's the way I've always looked at it. Like, what would Batman do in this situation? Yeah. No hesitation. He would just keep right on with the mission.
Yeah. So this is what we're sharing here, and this is what we are hoping that you will be inspired by to really go for it this year, because you can live physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You can transform the whole thing around, and you can live in natural magic, live in tune with nature, live in harmony with yourselves, and achieve wonderful and miraculous things this year through making big shifts in your life. But if you go with the flow of the matrix, mate, you are going to be sucking it up tough, baby.
It's going to get tougher and tougher in that matrix, and that train's already flying off the cliff. So half the train's already off the cliff.
That's right.
And the other half is kind of being pulled into that doom. So I'd recommend getting on another train.
That's right.
And that other train is, we can do it. We have the power. We're self-starters. We can do everything with nothing. We can create total magic through miraculous means, and that we're getting the job done no matter what. Failure is not an option. I've been hearing that all over the internet recently.
Right.
Failure is not an option.
Yeah, failure is not an option. And you've got the support from us, and we've condensed our life work synthesized it into a very, 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 very potent curriculum called SuperHero Training 2011, and you can get it today. So get on that program, because you've got no excuses with that information. It's the most powerful information in the world, and what are you going to do with it?
Fantastic. Nick, good. Why don't you show them what's going on upstairs? You've been working out hard. I want these folks at home to know what a superhero's physique looks like. I notice you've gotten a little bit more muscle up here in your shoulders. You've gotten a little bit more ripped around the ribs. Maybe we could give them a little example of what it's like to be in a superhero state of vigorous health.
My 50-year-old body here, just so full of cheese.
This is a 50-year-old body. Let's see your shoulders, Nick. Good. Come on.
From 3 months to live to Noni Land. Rawr, yeah. Noni Land shoulders, we love it. Yeah, mate, and all thanks to Avocado paving the way, because I had 3 months to live when I first read your, well, no, it was about a year after I'd been given 3 months to live when I first read Nature's First Law, all those years and years ago in Lanzarote, and I was just like totally captivated by this like healing path, you know. Got on the raw foods, did my best, you know, I was really holding that down, and then just like, yeah, then I read the Sun Food Diet Success System, and that started activating, you know, it's like, whoa, and then it was when I set the vision to come and meet you, and, you know, team up, and, you know, to do something with you, and I met him one night, didn't I, bro?
And here we are, 7 years later.
Yeah. After achieving miraculous things together.
Yeah, miraculous. Look at this miracle that's going on here.
Yeah.
And all the amazing things that we've done on this land, on the earth, in the world, the amazing adventures.
That's right. Let's show them the view, bro.
Superhero.
This is the view off our...
Yeah, boom, right there.
Look at this. Look at this.
And
just pure nature. We bathe in this vision every single day at Noni Land. Yeah, look at that beauty.
it's grace. Just get in the grace. The grace is calling. Slip into that holy flow of hypersynchronicity.
Yeah, it's there. It's so real. One of the things that amazes me, and we said this a couple of times before, when you start hearing amazing things in life, like from conspiracy theorists, you know, we're doing a great job uncovering mysteries, uncovering secrets, uncovering revelations. But if they're unhappy and miserable and sad and diseased, pessimistic, and all of that stuff, then they ain't living the solution to the muck that they're looking at and exposing. But what we're into is living the solution. So you feel amazing, you look better and better all the time, you get stronger and stronger, more capable, clearer, more intelligent, more enlightened, more heart-opening, more able to love, more attract more love. It just gets better and better and better, doesn't it? Forever and ever and ever.
And that's the flip opposite of that whole disaster consciousness, which is, oh, it's getting worse, things are getting worse, it's terrible on Earth, and all whatever that was. We deleted that program.
We did, but did you? That's the big question, isn't it? Because a
Good
lot
question.
of people didn't, and a lot of people are still running that thing. We ain't, and if you are on altogether, we're inviting you to activate, to trip the switch this year, because you need to do that. We need you to do that. Lots of people need you to do that. Life needs you to do that. The earth does. God does. The angels do. Everything does. The cosmic brothers and sisters are waiting for us. The indigenous cultures are just about, have been trying so hard on their own for so long, haven't they, brother? For
somebody to get it and get on the program and actually get with the deep program and then get on the nude story, which is actually making the earth work for 100% of humanity and developing real technologies that actually improve the environment and improve life. And we just had a very interesting conversation here the other night with Nassim Haramein, didn't we? Who's one of the world's greatest physicists, maybe perhaps the world's greatest physicist of all time.
Living physicist of all time.
And
by far.
What his challenge was to us is, can we generate enough folks out there who are willing to fund our own scientific revolution? Right? We're not going to wait for governments. We're not going to wait for the French Academy of the Sciences. We're not going to wait for some corporation to back anything. We're not going to wait for some billionaire to back something and worry about, are you going to cover the rent for your lab and all this other nonsense, which we've been through all that stuff. We're interested in somebody saying, hey, I'm willing to put $10 a month into Nassim's work. and then do that for 5,000 people, and all of a sudden that's a running operation there that can get a laboratory constructed and $1.5 million of equipment up and functioning, so we can develop the real implosion motor that's going to run our spaceships and get us the heck out of here if we need to get out of here, or if we don't, just to see how big God really is. Get out there and see how big God really is.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, so get on the program. That's all we're saying. The opportunity, what I was saying about the guys, the conspiracy guys that don't look too well, that ain't too happy, aren't embodying the solution. They can't necessarily see a solution because they can't feel it. You've got to be in touch with it in your feelings. You know, we know instinctively. We're so tuned into nature. This is our reality. You know, we live in nature, have been doing for a long time. So we're tuned in, and you know, you feel the power. You feel the spirit of life. You know that life is with you, and that together, if we get on the program and come into that harmony with it, it's a done deal. We can sort the whole thing out. But if you're out of tune with it, you're going to get smoked. It ain't just going to be little earthquakes and little tsunamis. It's going to be freaking God's day, Revelation style, you know, pole shift. The whole thing gets the big shake about. And you probably don't want that to happen right now in your life. So there's a way of stabilizing it all. And this is scientifically validated, philosophically validated, spiritually taught, and it's in all the success technology. And we're telling you now, if you get on the program, you come into harmony with the greatest power there is, with the Force, with the Holy Spirit. What else have they called it, bro?
Nassim calls it the vacuum. Some people call it the ether. Some people call it the Akasha, the Akashic Records. Whatever you want to call it, get self-started, get into the Superhero Curriculum 2011. Make it happen.
That's right.
Now is the time. Today is the best day ever.
Most powerful information in the world for you. No excuses. Shows you how to do it. You can't go wrong. You just do it, and the results are guaranteed, aren't they, bro?
Exactly. I mean, even a little bit of it is bringing massive results, because that's how the technology is now. Any single thing that you can do is leverageable to the point where you do a very small amount of this and you get that much. In the old days, you used to do that much, you get this much. Now you do this much, you get that much. That's technology. It's just an improvement of leverage.
And I just want to tell you one thing that you might not know. Apart from all the nutritional stuff that he's just the ace on, and there's no doubt about it, what we've got also is the secrets of the breath. Now this is one of the most powerful revelations that I've had re-emphasized to me just lately, coming through the Vedic texts. I had the good fortune at a spiritual gathering not very far away from here to be handed a manuscript, and it was basically a condensation, a distillation of the Vedic text, the Vedas, and I had the chance to scan that, and I have had the information now for quite a few weeks. I've really been into it, and the revelations on the breath, the secret of the breath, absolutely incredible. To supercharge your spiritual practice, I've never actually experienced anything quite as powerful as that. That's why we're not letting everyone do superhero training. You have to be a certain kind of individual to get on this program, and we want to know who that individual is. So before you will even accept you on the training, you have to go through the screening. And if you don't make the grade, you don't make the grade. So we're really looking forward to sharing that stuff with you. And once again, this is the year, isn't it, brother?
It is. This is our year. This is your year. This is the year when we take a miraculous step in the right direction. It's already happening. It's happening step by step in a number of different areas, and let's make it happen in your reality.
That's right. This year we're calling it in. 100% transformation this year for the highest good of all. So we look forward to being with you on that journey, getting your feedback from it. This is Nick Good sending you a big aloha from Hawaii over here.
And this is David Avocado Wolfe wishing you the best day ever from Noni Land with love.